Hi there, I'm Jill Allen, and this is Find Your Fierce, the show designed for women to discover your fierce, unlock an unstoppable mindset, build unbreakable courage, and completely transform how you show up every single day. Each week, I will bring ideas, methods, and strategies that will inspire you to step into your greatness and live life on purpose. Let's be fit, fierce, and unstoppable. Hey there, gang. Welcome to Find Your Fierce. So glad that you're here with me as we dive into a brand new episode. As always, I am super excited about these next few minutes of our day because this just may be the fire that you're needing to get unstuck and to give you the shove that you need to get up and go. But before we go any further, I have to ask, are you needing a speaker for an upcoming event or conference? If so, I am your person. I would love to bring the Find Your Fierce message to your next function. To book your event, message me at jill@jillallencoaching.com. And I love that you are here listening in and spending time with us. So honored that I get to be a part of your day. You're just also amazing. And I thank you for your love and support. As always, I appreciate your feedback, your reviews, and I love that you share this podcast and the Set Free message with your friends and family. So if you can keep on doing that, that would be incredible because you are helping this movement as it helps reach more women and it impacts more lives. And that is certainly what life is all about. So thank you so much again. So let's dive in. Are you ready? Okay, sometimes we can get stuck doing the same things for so long, and we begin to believe that's all there is in life for us. And I have a feeling that you are listening today to this message by great design and for a reason so that you can hear this truth, the truth that there is more for you. There is more to this life than going through the motions, checking the boxes, earning that paycheck, paying the bills, cleaning your house, you name it, packing lunches, doing 50 million loads of laundry, and waking up the next day to do it all over again. There's more. But the enemy doesn't want you to know that there's more. And the day that you wake up knowing and believing and realizing that you've been created for more, that repeating the same patterns over and over and over again will not help you to live out your purpose, the world better watch out. It's game changing. And there are a lot of somethings out there that do not want you to know that more is available to you. But God sure does. God wants you to know He didn't create you for this sad, boring existence of robotic, checked out living. And I know He wakes me up each day with purpose. I know He does. My heart is full. I wake up with fire on a mission. And it's for me to help you realize there's more to your life than you have been living. And that fires me up. And I cannot tell you how many women I've coached and talked with that have lost themselves. Years of living stuck in a rut of doing all the things women do, but failing to really live in that process. The desires of hearts that have been buried under the extra weight that we think that we need to carry, buried under the daily demands and the stress of just trying to keep up, buried under the fear, the shame, and the regret, the failures. And closest family and friends might not even really truly know us and who we really are because of all of that. Until there is a wake-up call, until there is a wake-up moment, until we decide to start doing something different, start living different, because what we had been doing had led us to this life of boring routines, hopeless days, missed opportunities, and a soul starving for what it was truly created for. Starving for living, starving for a purpose. And there is a difference. There's a difference between surviving and living. Are you surviving? Are you making it through the days, just going through the motions while slowly dying on the inside? Does this sound familiar? Am I describing you right now? Have you been dragging your butt through a miserable existence where nothing ever changes and the desires within you have gone out? Has your fire died down? Do you want to know why this feels so miserable? Really, do you want to know why you feel the way you feel when you're just surviving your days like this? Because you're not really living, and you were designed to live. Jesus even said in John 10:10 that He came so that you might have life and have it to the full. Do you know why He gives you life to the full? So you live it to the full. If you're not living it to the full, then of course you're going to feel empty inside. The enemy comes and plays in on that emptiness and turns it into darkness. Depression sets in. Anxiety comes to make you feel like you're super crazy, barely hanging on. Hopelessness and boredom move in. Then you're convinced this is just the way it always is going to be for you. But it's not. It's a lie. It doesn't have to be this way for you for another day. Knowing that so many of us, and I'm going to include myself in this as well, have lived or are currently living exactly like this. And I'm reminded of the man in Acts chapter 3, I love this story, who had spent his whole life begging for money at a gate at the temple. Every day of his life, someone carried him to the gate, and there he sat, asking all who entered the temple for money. Can you imagine doing the same thing every single day? Can you imagine sitting in the same place, saying the same things, receiving the same treatment, all for the same results every day? Maybe you can't imagine that. In fact, odds are I just described your existence. Maybe you're driving to work right now, dreading going to sit in at the same desk, to say the same things, to work with the same people, to receive the same treatment, all for the same results as every day before. A paycheck that never seems to be enough. Or maybe you're cleaning your kitchen right now after cooking the same food for kids who have a bottomless pit, who are always hungry or making a mess. I can't tell you how many times I wipe the counter down every single day. Or maybe you're waking up to the same man for another day of the same struggles with the same fights, knowing nothing is ever going to change because it's never changed before. And you're exhausted. You're tired. You're burnt out. And this little enemy has whispered in your ear with this big, loud bark, telling you that this is all there is for you. But hear the voice of your Creator right now, because it's loud and clear. He is telling you right now, I've created you for more. And so how do you experience this more? It's like, what am I talking about? What do you mean? Well, you have an encounter with the power of God, and then you go do something different. That's exactly what happened for this man who had been sitting at the gate at the temple every day of his entire life. And so I want us to go through this. I want you to grab a hold of it. And it's in Acts 3, verses 1-8. Peter and John went to the temple one afternoon to take part in the 3:00 prayer service. And as they approached the temple, a man lame from birth was being carried in. Each day he was put beside the temple gate, and the one called the Beautiful Gate, so he could beg from the people going into the temple. And when he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for some money. And Peter and John looked at him intently, and Peter said, "Look at us." The lame man looked at them eagerly, expecting some money, but Peter said, "I don't have any silver or gold for you, but I'll give you what I have. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Nazarene, get up and walk." Then Peter took this lame man by the right hand and helped him up. And as he did, the man's feet and ankles were instantly healed and strengthened. He jumped up, stood on his feet, and he began to walk. This man's whole world changed with a single encounter with the power of God that moved him into action. He had checked out. He had resigned himself to a position of the one who would always be sitting at the gate begging, but God had better plans for him. Now, you may think that you're the one who will always struggle your way through life, but God has better plans for you. You may think you're the one who will always work this unfulfilling dead-end job, but God has better plans for you. You may think you're the one who will always be in a marriage where fighting is the only form of communication and you're just together for the kids, but God has better plans for you. You may think the dreams and the desires of your heart will never be given breath, but that's just you checking out and settling. That's not God's plans at work for you. I told you I was going to be bold today. I told you that you are here for a reason, listening to this message, that there is more. Peter and John stood before this lame man and said, "Look at us. Here I am, coming through your audio right now, saying, listen to me. Listen, I don't have any handouts for you. I don't have magic pills. I don't have quick fixes, hacks, or shortcuts. I can't make all of this instantly better for you. But I can speak with the power of God in this moment and tell you, get up. Get up from where you have stopped. Get up from where you have been checked out. Get up from where you have given up. There is more for you." Notice the order of events in this healing of this lame man. It says Peter took the lame man by the right hand and helped him. And as he did, the man's feet and ankles were instantly healed and strengthened. As the man got up, he was healed. It didn't happen as he laid there. It happened as he got up. And it will be like that for you too. You have to get up now. When God says he has more for you than this boring, unfulfilling existence, you have to respond with action, knowing he will make a way if you will decide you're getting up and stop playing victim. So what happens to women who have lost themselves and have decided to get up? I'm going to tell you. Well, they get healthy, they get strong, they finally get up to work out, they lose the 30 pounds that they've been talking about for years that they wanted to lose. They begin to eat healthy, they begin to fuel their body with good food, they begin to communicate with the ones they love the most, they choose to work on relationships that might have been broken. They take a leap of faith in their careers. They step out of that boring, safe, lazy life where they once were stuck. They no longer just survive. They are truly living life to the fullest as Jesus came to give them. And they begin to dream again. They draw a line in the sand and they decide that they are ready for all that God has for them now. Every day they build momentum towards living the life that is available to them. They settle for nothing less and they are showing up for their more. What's your more? Because let me tell you, from the moment they decide to get up, God will provide supernaturally for all their breakthroughs. And I promise he's going to do the same for you. Are you ready to get up? Are you ready to live? And I mean truly live with purpose. Are you available for all God has aligned for you? Are you ready for more? More is here, right here in front of you. I pray that you go for it. Man, I'm fired up. I absolutely love it. And if you're wanting more fire in your day, there is so much for you to do. So you can follow me on Instagram, snag a copy of my book Set Free on Amazon. Join us in the Fit and Fierce or the Flip the Script one-on-one nutrition coaching and the next retreat. We have been all over the place taking on epic adventures, and St. Thomas is next. Or if you're wanting to do your own road trip, you can hop in our Sprinter van that sleeps up to 5 and hit the open road. Be sure to go to jillallencoaching.com for all updates and join the Just Breathe Facebook group. We would love to connect with you. Heads up on the next episode, we're going to take a deep look at what it's like to be around ourselves. So be sure to pop back in next week. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I pray that we filled your heart with joy. If you could let us know before hopping off here today, that would be incredible. Subscribe, share this episode link on your social media if you felt encouraged or inspired, as we all know someone that can benefit. And I would love it if you would give some feedback and a review as well. Talk with you next time. Be fit, be fierce, be unstoppable. See ya.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.